Woo-hoo! Brandon, they can't be affected by regular bullets. Surely in a magical world, they're not gonna wrap magic in the bullets. Alright, let's jump into TenSura Season 4, Episode 7. Guns are gonna be a problem. Really do some damage, huh? What the fuck was that? Damn! Not to say I told you so. I've never been happier to see one of my favorite best boys get massacred here. God damn! It's a facial 360-degree motion. Oh, he's actually getting skewered. What the fuck? He actually got... We're gonna need that demon ritual thing where we brought back the dead at this point. Is this a clone or something? Like, what the fuck just happened? I love that Rimuru is actually out here saying that he's more worried about Benimaru when it's fucking Shuna. She's out here saying we can just simply kill her as many times as we need. If he needed to strong-arm the council, I think Rimuru would do it. Like, that's the thing. It's not an insane fear. Huh? That awkward moment when the demon lord you were sent to assassinate you just gave you your life back. You're hired! Yeah, you will. We got plenty of dirty work in the slime bedroom. Let's go! They called me crazy. They said, Brandon, you are worried for nothing, and I already know the goalpost will be moved. Oh, but that wasn't Souei at his full potential. He only said it was a bit weaker than him, and she managed to kill 3 of his clones, his body doubles. And those weren't just some 1 HP Souei. Magic bullets. From the beginning, I saw the vision. And to be honest, I thought it would be many fucking arcs from now or many episodes from now before I'd feel vindicated. But with the amount of pushback I saw with me saying bullets are scary, I thought I was having source readers in my comment section spoiling me. Because that does happen. I'll create a theory and then I'll have bum-ass source readers be like, oh, you're worried for nothing. And then it just ruins fan theory crafting, right? Because that's the fun thing, getting things wrong, speculating. But we're in a match, and I've seen so many anime make guns freaky as hell. It doesn't matter if we have a goddamn dragon. It doesn't matter if we have demon lords. I see the potential, and as soon as I saw that teleporting bullet, I said that's dangerous. And then I start thinking about what if you add an inferno fireball wrapped around a bullet that can teleport. There's so many things. To see the obliteration, to see the confirmation that even so is like, hey, I went up against this and I realize I still have more to learn. Now, naturally, this is the type of warrior who will always, even if you get a little scratch on him, he'll say, I need to learn more. But this confirms that guns can be an issue. Now, do I think guns are always going to be an issue? No, I think there will be ups and downs, but there's going to be something diabolical that will happen with a gun that we don't come out of okay. And I'm not sure what that will be. I'm sure Rimuru's not getting headshotted tomorrow. But if you're still not worried about guns, I don't know what to tell you. There's something big that's going to happen. Now, you could make an argument, well, the character who manifested the gun is fine right now. We know there's other guns in this goddamn show, right? And I'm sure this isn't going to be the last time some magical bullshittery is going to go on. But what a fucking scene. The thing, too, is I also like that it wasn't just the bullets that were being, like, clouded in a magical presence. It was also the combat knife and stuff like that. And it's very interesting, right? Because obviously, TenSura is not around every single year, so there's obviously breaks. So I tend to forget some things, like I forget what characters' abilities are sometimes. Some abilities are easy to not forget just because of stuff with Rimuru and whatnot. But yeah, Souei and body doubles, yeah, I forget if we've seen that before or how long it's been. So it does catch me by surprise when, you know, I see him get annihilated. Because this scene in particular where she has bullets going in every which direction after confirming that he can lose a body part. Seeing the headshot, that was the thing that I was like, hold up. And, you know, you can make an argument, well, you know, as long as Shuna or someone else got to him in time, you know, revival magic is a thing. Hell, we literally were going to kill her repeatedly and revive her to get information out of her. It was pretty savage. But this was shocking. Yeah, did I feel a sense of he's gonna stay dead in this moment? No. Maybe that's giving too much plot armor. Maybe people can make an argument, hey, if you're not feeling like after a scene like this, he wasn't gonna die, isn't that crazy? But I knew there was going to be something. And I think the smartest thing they did was when revealing that this wasn't the OG, the fact that after the battle, he confirmed that she was able to kill 3 of them. And that's impressive. Like, that shows the danger. Now, Personally, I want to know, had she had a fucking AK-47, how many extra bodies she would have caught, or if it would have been less. Maybe the precision is what was allowing all this to happen. Where's the RPG clouded in magic? I don't know. I got a lot of possibilities, but this was fucking incredible. I think the biggest surprise for me in this episode was actually Mariabel, though. Her reasoning of why she wants to eliminate Rimuru might be the most sound logic I've seen for an antagonist in some time. At face value, the reasons being given of why we're pushing back against the Demon Lord is the economic turmoil that could happen with the rise of Tempest, which is something that the general person can get behind because of just how humanity functions when it comes to wealth and greed. But the actual fear that she has for Rimuru is that humans, one, live a short life, Demon Lords have unlimited potential, and the current Demon Lord in question, add in with that unlimited potential, has a Storm Dragon. Having someone that is not on the same playing field join a council is objectively scary. And the thing about this is knowing who Rimuru is. If the council fucks with Rimuru in a way that he deems unfair, whether or not we agree, he absolutely can destroy that council. He could obliterate it. He could red wedding it if he wants. And Rimuru is not a cruel person, but Rimuru is someone who will get revenge when he believes it's necessary. Democracy is a fragile thing. And it's very easy to see how Rimuru could become a dictator if he deems it necessary. Her fear of Rimuru is completely justified. And I think some people's bias of loving Rimuru and naturally wanting to hate against her is going to blind people, because I still support Rimuru. I still support Rimuru being in that council. But if you with a straight face are going to say Rimuru has no, like, there's no fear of Rimuru ever pushing back. If that council seems like an issue, Rimuru's going to kill or strong arm them or whatever he needs to do. And it's easy to assume that Rimuru will never do any wrong, but power does corrupt. And someone who is going to rule for 1,000 years? I don't know how long a fucking slime is going to live for. Maybe a slime can live forever as long as it's not killed, right? Like maybe it doesn't naturally die out. Eventually, Rimuru could become a tyrant. There's plenty of ways to evolve that. Even if you want to make the argument, yeah, but she's also a tyrant. And listen, I'm not saying I can necessarily trust either one of them fully. I trust Rimuru more. But the genuine fear of power corrupting has never been so interesting. Because as soon as the way she explains this, yeah, you can make an argument, yeah, but she's brainwashing. I'm not saying the bitch needs to get off scot-free. I'm just saying, how can humanity objectively be like, oh yeah, if Rimuru decides to fuck around, we can make sure he finds out. No, what are we going to do against a Storm Dragon? What are we going to do against a Demon Lord and all of his allies? Not a whole lot you can do. Maybe nukes will be... We're already with guns. Nuking Tempest might be on the table depending on how things go eventually. That's all I'm saying. That's pretty fucking crazy. Like, listen, Rimuru is a goddamn cinnamon roll. I love him, but Rimuru can be vengeful, as we saw in season 2. Pretty crazy stuff. The thing that I like, though, about this whole interrogation is that one of the things that was keeping her bound to Mariabel is the fact that if you betray her, you'll be dead, right? Like, it's a contract. Easy enough to get rid of for Rimuru, and just the fact that she's like, please, for the love of God, let me work for you. I mean, it's very easy to say, why would we ever want to trust someone like this? At current stage, she's not really a threat, and she also gave up valuable information surrounding Grandpappy. So she did kind of prove herself. Not only did she prove to herself that she's no longer contractually obligated to follow that girl, she also, you know, proved that, hey, I can give you up information. Yeah, you can make an argument, but Rimuru might think it's a con, right? A long-term con. But at the end of the day, I think this kind of proves it. And I think, need be, we can easily eliminate her. So I'm a happy camper. Incredible episode. Guns are proving to be worse than even I was expecting this soon. Yeah, fucking fantastic. This was my favorite episode of the new season of TenSura, and one of my favorites I can recall in some time. Your thoughts down below, though. Make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course the Patreon for live reactions over there and other exclusives, because you know I love to give those video shoutouts because my patrons make it all possible over here on YouTube. So today we got #1 simp of the Ice Goddess, Souei, Matt Barker, Mario Jacob, original name here, Brian Gonzalez, Cody Tiffany, Joseph Shirley, Ethan05, Soken the Lurker, and C. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.